Well, isn't this different from my channel? I'm going to be starting a series. It's going to be called Dramatic Readings by me, just called Lord of Chaos. Some of these stories are going to be amazing, horror, or just plain funny and chaotic and stuff that I like. So this one is by Sunlestia. It's called Still Love You, A Silent Exchange. So here we go. This is on the Film Fiction site. The link will be in the description if you want to check it out. So we are going to do a dramatic reading. Different content, very, I know. So yes, here we go. Celestia's point of view. It was just another day in the life of being a princess, I guess. My mother and sister and I were talking about Ponyville, getting to whatever we had to go to do our business. We have been asked to follow Mother around as she fulfilled her duties as part of training for when we would be on our own. I hadn't really been paying attention except for when Mother would complain about how I didn't want any guards following us around today. I rolled my eyes in slight annoyance, but had always been so tired of feeling watched all the time. I'd gotten used to the ponies bowing and greeting us, and sometimes it was nice to hear them pay respects. But I hated the guards who would treat me like a fragile glass, always acting, always watching for if I had dirt on my hooves or freaking about every little thing. They made me feel as if I was weak, not capable of defending myself, but today I managed to get away from them, even though Mother wasn't having it. I felt so much more free, as if were somewhat a normal pony. Strange desire to seem to have as a princess, but in my case the grass really was greener on the other side of the fence. Suddenly I saw a figure move out of the corner of my eye. I turned slightly in confusion, only to see him standing there, away a small way acting acting all innocent and not quite noticing me. I swear, Dissy looked just as adorable as when I first met him. I always seem to have a thing for that little snaggletooth and beard of his. Oh, really cute, Celestia. I cast a small spell to get his attention, a heart floating from the tip of my horn, and landed on him with a pop. He quickly turned to see me, slinking a part of his body back into the bushes in fear of my mother noticing his presence. He turned away a shy wave and blew me a kiss. Oh, it's so cute. I blushed silently as his little act and hid behind my mane slightly. He snapped his fingers and conjured up a small flower for me, and I held back a small giggle in response. We looked at each other knowingly as we remembered we were going to be seeing each other later in the night when the rest of the castle was asleep. Those simple meetings seemed to be the only thing constant in my life, and I treasured them more than my crown itself. As a princess, I was always changing, new stresses and new issues to deal with all the time. I simply couldn't get away from my own life most of the time. Knowing I could get to be with him each night offered such effort to me, and it was often the only thing looking forward to. It felt like I could always count on his love to be in my life. I suddenly heard my mother's voice snapping out of my dear fantasies. She asked, "Did you see that?" she asked. I panicked slightly, but I was able to maintain an innocent tone of voice. "See what?" "That Draconicus. Goodness gracious, I can't imagine what a little devil that would be doing around Ponyville. Oh, really? I'm not a devil." I cringed at her condescending remark. I can't imagine he was looking for me, I thought to myself. "Come now, Celestia. Luna." She dragged us away in different directions. I could see Luna rolling her eyes, assuming it was another stray creature. I was pretty sure she didn't get the chance to see him. Sure, you aren't overreacting, Mother? Luna raised an eyebrow. She always had a tendency for dry humor. I guiltily admired how she wasn't afraid of annoying a mother, considering I rarely had the heart to do so. I didn't want you two being near a Draconiquus. I simply don't want you to think about the things they could do harm the upcoming rulers of Equestria. Oh, I certainly could, she said sternly, not looking back. I felt a small piece of my heart break inside me. I had known she and my father disapproved of Draconiqui ever since the beginning, but it was always hurt so bad to hear such constant reminders. But he looked like just a young Draconicus, I replied, pretending I didn't know him. Gosh, I hated acting like we were strangers. I doubt he would do any harm. Celestia, how many times must I explain this to you? I could tell you that she was starting to get frustrated. He may be young now, but all creatures grow up in time. And when does his chaotic desires will take over him, and there will be nothing we can do about it. That's the way these creatures are. They're built to wreak havoc, and it's better to stay away from them. Oh, you bet I would. And because you're a princess, that especially applies to you. I don't want there to be any emotions between a ruler and a threat to her land. I could feel the tears welling up in my eyes, my heart aching so much in my chest. I couldn't stand listening to her talking about him like that, as if he were some sort of monster. I loved and adored him, absolutely to pieces, and I knew he would never even try to hurt me. Oh, of course I love you, Celestia, because he loved me too. I brushed the tears away frantically as my mother looked back at me, afraid. She would see I was crying. I nodded, making it seem I understood. I saw her, gave her a small smile, and if I sound overprotective sometimes, it's because I only want you and Luna to be safe and happy. She continued trotting forward. But I was safe and happy as long as I was with him. I looked behind myself to see Discord glance at me for a moment before slowly walking away in sadness, certain that he had overheard the conversation. I felt a few tears fall and hung my head, beginning to feel like I missed him already. Aw, I wanted to be nighttime so bad so I could just escape to my comfort. Still love you, I whispered. Aw, so cute. That was amazing. Well, oh, author's note, a very short dyslexia. One shot, I went past 3 a.m. and I was feeling sappy. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really want to able to write more on Discord and Celestia's backstory. I've quite a few headcanons I'd like to flesh out. Well, that was a dramatic reading, brand new content, brand new style of video that I'm going for nowadays, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are new around here on the channel, and if you found me by chance or on Twitter or somewhere else, please be sure to subscribe, like. And I've been Discord, the Lord of Chaos, and as always, friendship is chaos. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.